Hi Cancers, it's Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today, and I actually really mean that more than ever. So, I'm going to be doing your September 2020 general readings today. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I just got through all of my earth signs, and there was a lot of energy that was difficult to be in, so I'm just kind of hoping and praying that those messages really helped out the people who are in that energy. For you guys, actually I got done with that and I wasn't sure what next element I was going to move on to, fire, water, air, and Spirit said, you know what, Molly, do some Cancer. Do Cancer, and I think that's going to chill you out. So let's chill out together, Cancer. All right, September 2020 general readings. I am getting these out to you before the beginning of the month because I'd like them to be good for the entire month of September. And I also want to go ahead and point you guys in the direction of the August 2020 love readings if you guys did not already hit those up. We are beginning September, like September 2nd, I think, we have a full moon in Pisces. You know, the moon, of course, being the ruler of Cancer. And Pisces being also associated with the moon. In fact, in the tarot, the moon card is associated with the sign of Pisces and not, in fact, the planet, zodiac planet, the moon. I'll be right back. I got to get music on. Nonetheless, Cancers are very highly intuitive people, and I think that most of the month of September you guys are going to be feeling that because we will be under the influence of that Pisces full moon. So what other announcements do I have for you guys? Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. I always love engagement with you guys. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading or personal tarot lessons, check me out. I also do astrology lessons. Not lessons. Stop that, Molly. I do astrology readings. I am launching on September 1st a Tarot 101 course on Patreon, and I am going to be developing a Introduction to Astrology course later on, but for now, I do astrology readings, lessons, spiritual guidance. Spiritual guidance, by the way, is when I start rambling on about chakras and guides and things like that. That kind of stuff tailored to you. All of that is available at my website. The link to that is below, soulschooltarotandastrology.com. You can also abbreviate that and do soulschooltanda.com. You will also find down in the description box a link to investigate your own personal astrology if you're not sure of your moon or rising sign. Let's get into this. I like this. That's perfect. All right. So, like I said, I got the vibe that this reading was just going to be a little more easy flowing. I'm deep into my psychic space, by the way. So I really hope the last 3 minutes I was speaking in complete sentences. Okay. Welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. This is actually not just the back of the card, but also the box cover of this Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. All of the decks that I use are listed over at my website. You can actually link to Amazon and purchase those if you like. But I always really loved this image. I just kind of fell in love with this image. And this little turtle. Remember I was saying I felt like this reading was going to be a lot more chill. Like, I don't know the name of the turtle from Finding Nemo, but that's like the vibe that I'm getting. Going with the flow, even when the flow seems kind of intense. Almost having a little bit of fun with it. Okay, and if you're not having a little bit of fun with it, Spirit wants to let you know that that is totally an option right now. But what is right at the center of this is this heart. And I really honestly feel that this is an illustration of you guys putting your heart at the center. Like really working on healing, really working on that heart chakra. Way to go, Cancers. This says there's no need to rush or push. This is the time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. So it might seem like a lot, and in fact, if at any point in time it does, understand that there's a lesson in that, because we also have where you need to be. So we'll get into that. But look at all this beautiful blue energy. It is an ocean-based tarot, but this is an exceptional amount of beautiful blue energy. For some of you guys, this blue-green to me represents forgiveness, the connection between the heart and the throat also. Just really speaking lovingly. There may have been a conversation that you guys had or are having coming up, which has required you to really connect, or maybe even a conversation that you're anticipating, that you're really working on connecting your heart and your throat chakra to make sure that you're speaking with kindness, but also that you're speaking your truth in order to defend your heart. I am going to flip it. The triangle upright is the alchemical symbol for fire. Maybe that's why the last couple readings seemed really intense. So I'm flipping it to that, which is the alchemical symbol for water, just so that I can also go with the flow of this reading. You are right where you need to be right now. Okay? In fact, this came out first. No, that did. Where you need to be. The challenges that you're going through right now are building into, I heard the word character. They're building your character at this point in time. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Have faith the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. I heard this theory. In fact, it was on Gaia. It's a pretty new, what's that guy's name? I subscribe to Gaia, and there is some interview with this guy was talking about the most beneficial outcomes theory, so when he wants to manifest something or send up a prayer, he asks for the most beneficial outcome for all involved, knowing that it may not be the easiest, it may not be the most obvious, but it's the most beneficial, meaning whatever it is that you're going through right now is going to have benefit for you in the long run. That's very, very, very important. All right, so we are going to go ahead and dig in a little deeper with the inversion tarot here to see what that looks like. Sorry about the glitch, you guys. I have been struggling to get enough storage because I'm using my phone right now to make my videos, so I had to do a little pause. Let's get into this. Thank you, divine spirits of love and light, archangels, ancestors, allies, and guides. Let's take a peek at what Cancer is going through throughout the month of September. Oh, I don't know if I went into this one. Love where you are. Use your sensitivity. This is what I'm talking about. When I say that all of September 2020, I feel like you guys are going to be especially highly sensitive. Cancers are already pretty empathic, so to speak. But it says use your sensitivity to know and to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. All right? But also this, you see how very like squiggly this object is, right? It doesn't have sharp edges. It is also kind of going with the flow, all right? And I kind of see that with this as well. Going with the flow. Even though I'm not saying it's easy at all. I am not. And the cards aren't saying that either, all right? But there is some interesting. I have the Hermit reverse, and to be perfectly honest, for some of you guys, that can mean kind of coming out of hiding, coming out of a cave, so to speak. And then the Six of Pentacles. Let's get a little more information. Oh, there we go. Is that also it? Okay. Interesting. This is a very interesting dynamic because we have 2 sixes on the table. The 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. Oh, babe. Betty's at my feet. The 6 of Pentacles is about fair exchange, right? So some of you guys, I understand. Okay. Some of you guys are wanting to come out of your solitude, all right? Some of you guys have been in solitude for a long time, and that's really fair because what you are interested in is an equal exchange of energy, time, emotion, things like that, the things that are valuable to you, all right? For some of you guys, you may have received a message from somebody that seems to be cloaked in mystery. You're not quite, like, it's not 100% clear what's going on with this, but there's definitely a lot of emotion involved, okay? By the way, the moon is associated with Pisces. So once again, in fact, in a lot of the love readings that I did, there's just a ton of cards pointing me to the Pisces full moon as a very, like, pivotal time, at least internally, if not externally. But there's something about either your dreams feeling very, very, very real, like an intense, or things that you're dreaming about actually coming to fruition, like happening in your life, and you're like, oh my God, that kind of freaks me out. Okay? Spiritual guidance sessions, that's what those are for. All right? So, you're considering maybe, but also here's the thing. Part of why the Hermit goes into their own zone is to be able to get into touch with their inner light, their inner truth, right? To me, I feel like you're almost looking for your inner truth to be reflected out here in the external environment. But what you're seeing out here, there's some sense of illusion to it. And you want to find the answers within. I get that. You want to find the answers. You want to be able to just have the answers to the questions that you have by going within, but you're looking around in there and not finding them. And so it almost feels like you need... Six of Pentacles can mean moving things around, sorting things out. You might just kind of be moving around, trying to move around the facts right now, look at things from different perspectives. I don't know how else to explain that, right? But it has to do with some sort of memory of the past, of some sort of deception, or malintention, okay? So an intention that maybe wasn't meant to be bad, but it turned out to be bad. It was not the most benevolent outcome. Did I say most beneficent? I don't know what I said earlier. The most benevolent outcome is what I was talking earlier about that guy, and that's the way he prays. He asks for the most benevolent outcome for all involved. All right. This is somebody who is not necessarily looking for that, but there's some memories. For some of you guys, what you're trying to be resilient in the face of is a flow of emotions that is difficult for you to settle because you've gone within to look at the facts and look at all the different perspectives. You've maybe even gone over text messages or what one person said or what the other person said, how one person contributed to the situation, how the other person contributed to it. And you've gotten as far as you can. And there's some need for collaboration. Three of Pentacles is working together. Can you tell me more about that, please? I saw the little double tail and I was like, please say you're reversed. He's reversed. All right. So I almost feel like there's a mirroring effect right now. This moon could be a situation that's just not very clear to different people involved, right? And somebody doesn't know what to think, and somebody doesn't know how to act. Okay? But I also feel like how do I say this? All right. There has been a shift in energies. See how I said everything's in the moonlight? Everything's in the moonlight. And it's almost as if it's been bound there for a long time. Like a lot of confusion has come out of things like fear, stubbornness, doubt. All right? That darker part of ourself, our shadow self, has been contributing to that confusion. All right? The person who is left confused is really beginning to settle down into their own truths, is really beginning to find balance and harmony within themselves. But there's still this little piece of the puzzle that's missing, something that they're not understanding about this situation. But I want to remind you, guides are saying this is where you need to be. That there's something about this moment that is just full of potential. I think the other person, the confuser, so to speak, because the magician, he's just being very confusing. Like, why did you do that? What were your intentions? Okay? I think this person is wanting to do the right thing. They've reached a point where they've learned something from this. And they feel like they want to do the right thing. But here's the issue. I feel like there's a lot of reciprocal feeling between two people. Right? And there's a lot of confusion around it. And I hate to say it, but the cards are telling me right now that this confusion is divinely guided in some way, shape, or form. And how frustrating is that? All right? We need advice. What can be done? I'm going to grab a deck that is on the shelf. I'll be right back. All right, so since the moon has been a primary figure throughout this entire reading, pardon me, I have the Moonology Oracle deck, and let's just kind of see, because this is like, I don't even know how to explain. Who am I advising here? Have faith in your dreams, and your dreams need a practical plan. That's too many. The energy is gaining momentum. And then New Moon in Virgo, time to give rather than take. This is about accepting responsibility on both parts. And then emotions are running high. Wow, somebody is really coming from a heart space, because we have these green. And then somebody is really coming from, I feel like whoever is representing this hermit energy is coming, and which is Virgo, and that's Mercury. Interesting. Whoever is the person who's trying to do the right thing, I guess, is coming from the crown chakra, from a place of oneness, of unity, of understanding the bigger picture of things. All right. Emotions are running high with that person. And your dreams need a practical plan for you. But have faith. have faith, because this moon to me also represents natural cycles, things that we can't necessarily control. So I am going to go ahead and continue this in an extended reading, but I do want to advise you, if this is where we leave it, to just kind of, like I said, go with the flow as much as possible. If it seems like it's difficult, it's uncomfortable, all of that is a part of the process. Okay, you guys, I love you lots. Take care. Some of you guys I'll see at Vimeo. Some of you I'll see back here again later. Take care.